Let's learn how to determine the gender of nouns in Czech. How to know that the word car, auto, has a neuter form, but the word lamp, lampa, uses the female form? Let's find out. Ahoj, jsem Kateřina, jsem učitelka češtiny pro cizince, and this is lesson from my 0 to A1 course in Czech. In the previous lesson, we learned how to use genders in professions. In today's lesson, we will learn to determine the gender of nouns, and in the next lesson, you will learn how to use the word this together with the correct gender. This car, this house, this girl, and so on. So make sure to watch all these videos dedicated to gender in Czech. Now take a pen, print out the exercise sheet from the link down below, and let's get started. First, we need a bit of background information. Gender is one way we categorize nouns, and when I say nouns, I mean words that describe people, things, places, objects, and so on. In Czech, we have 3 genders. I know, weird. We have the male called masculine, female called feminine, and a neutral gender. Maybe for those that want to be gender neutral? We divide the masculine nouns further down into 2 groups. Animate for people and animals, and inanimate for objects or abstract words. Every single noun comes with one of these 3 genders, so it is very important to learn a new word together with its gender. In fact, it is crucial because the gender doesn't only determine the form of the noun, but also the form of other words in the whole sentence. So if you want to build your sentence correctly, there is no way you can actually do this without knowing the gender of the noun. And I think now you must be dying to know how to find out about this gender, right? In Czech, we figure out the gender of most nouns from observing how the noun actually looks like. So here's the whole magic. Masculine nouns finish with a consonant, for example, muž, a man. Feminine nouns end with a, such as žena, a woman. And neutral nouns end with either o, like město, a city, e, like dítě, a child, or i, like nádraží, a train station. And that's it. You just need to remember, masculine end with consonant, feminine end with a, neutral ends with o, e, i. But of course, that would be too easy. So in order to make it harder, the lords of the Czech language made some exceptions to this. Let me show you how these exceptions work. Even though this can be pretty upsetting, the feminine nouns also sometimes end with e, like the neutrals, or with a consonant, like the masculine. I guess it is because in real life we females are also frequently mysterious, complex creatures that are often hard to understand, right? With a few specific nouns that end on e and a consonant, you just need to remember that they are actually feminine. I will teach you the most important exceptions along the way. Now let's see some examples. I picked a few helping words that we will use as templates for figuring out the gender of every single noun in Czech. Here is a little table for you that sums up absolutely everything you will need regarding the gender of Czech nouns. Masculine, animate. The template is gonna be president, muž. Rare exceptions are kolega and soudce that are ending with other than consonant. And masculine inanimate, park and čaj. For feminine, we have voda. Exceptions are ulice, tramvaj. And neutrals, město, moře, kuře, dítě, taxi, nádraží. Exceptions are muzeum. It has the ending If something has in the end, it's always a neutral. That's also one little group of neutrals. This grammar table is very important. We will use the template words from this table through the whole course, so it is really crucial to understand this table well. For now, however, it is not important for you to know the information about the hard and soft consonants. We will come back to these in the future. For now, you just need to know two things. First is to learn the template words that are used in this table, all of them. And second is to know that as a general rule, masculine nouns end with a consonant, feminine words end with a, while neutral words end with o, e, or e. But also you need to know that there are certain exceptions where this isn't the case, and that unfortunately these exception nouns have to be memorized. Now time to work. Go to exercise 1 in your exercise sheet and write the translation to all the Czech words in this table. Use an online dictionary if needed. And here are the answers. I have one practical tip for you. Try to remember these words in the table. They will help you in the very near future when we will learn the Czech conjugation, which means all the Czech cases. I've also added all of these words in the online memory tool, link in the description, so it is easier to process for you. And let's now test one memory activity together. Take 60 seconds to read the words from the gender system again and try to remember them. After you are done, close all Czech materials and try to write all these words from memory into exercise number 2 in your exercise sheet. Start now. Do you feel like you remembered some new ones? Don't worry if not all of them, every word counts. Now you should already know many Czech nouns from the previous lessons. You will now practice them again in the exercise number 3. Use the gender rules you just learned and add a gender to each of them. Masculine, animate, masculine, inanimate, feminine, and neutral. Now pause the video again and give yourself some time, and after you're finished, come back to see the answers. And here are the answers. How did that go? Any questions to some of these words? Don't hesitate to type them down in the comments right now. And what will be your homework for today? As always, complete your homework section in the exercise sheet and complete lesson 10 in the online vocabulary app. There you will practice all words we learned today as well as previous vocabulary from this course. And don't miss the lesson number 11 to learn how to use this in Czech with the correct gender, like this car, this house, this tea, this girl, and so on. I hope you are enjoying learning with me. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I will reply to all of them. And if you find this video and content useful, please let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing. Connect with me on Facebook and Instagram, and if you would like more help and personal assistance from me on your journey to Czech fluency, then check out my Patreon as well. I will leave the link in the description. Keep learning, keep studying, and I will see you again in the next video. Měj se hezky, díky a ahoj!